Alrighty, dealing with karma, our own imbalances, our cleaning our subconscious bodily temple, and how does that reflect in our life? And sometimes the hologram, or essentially the holographic images that are in our lives. So, a recent experience, I've just done some more cleansing, but I've also introduced an Ayurvedic decoction called Maha into my arrangement in my bodily temple. And what this does is helps the pitta people flow, and in pitta imbalances, which I've always had many of. So it's very good for the liver and gallbladder, and it's very bitter, so it releases stuff that has been stored there for a little while. And as I'm noticing these changes, and I go to the gym and I can feel things coming out of my body that have been stored there for quite a while. And I'm feeling a little insecure and really like unusual and a bit off balance because there's new things happening and there's changes being made in my subconscious bodily temple. So how did that come about and reflect in my life? Well, I'm going off to see a movie, as I often do after a gym, just so I can relax and tune in and feel fantastic and learn something from the messages from the movie. And I've got about an hour and a half in between. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to... I want to eat something heavy and grounding so I can feel emotionally secure because I'm a little bit off balance. So I go and have a Wagyu beef burger and some sweet potato fries. Something I wouldn't normally have, but in this time I'm just feeling like this is what I need to do to feel safe and secure because I'm always doing lots of cleansing. And I'm watching things come out of my body and I'm feeling and releasing the whole time. And then all of a sudden I feel like I just want to watch footy and have a beer. And that was me in the past. I used to do that a number of years ago. I haven't really drunk for a good 3 or 4 years or so. But this is what I just felt drawn to do. So I'm witnessing this, and I go into a pub in the local areas. Again, something I haven't done for quite a while. And I order a beer, and I'm okay, and I'm accepting that. And it's just part of accepting who I was in the past rather than resisting it. And I sit down, and I'm having a chat with, a drunken father figure in a way, having a normal, boring conversation that is a little bit limited to beer and sport and footy, even though I try to expand it a little bit just to, learn some things and help him out. And I'm like, hang on, this is very familiar. This is totally recreating a lot of conversations and experiences with my father, before I woke up. I'm like, wow. And the whole time I can feel things releasing from the spleen and the liver and gallbladder. It's like, cool, I can accept this. We'll just move through it. There's lessons here for sure. And then I go into the movie, and then there's 3 girls who are annoying my story that I've made up. Hang on, that reminds me of my childhood with my 3 sisters, who I perceived were always annoying me. Hang on, this is right here in my world as I'm releasing stuff. This is bizarro world in this holographic nature. And then later on, at the train station, there's another 3 girls who are getting all emotional and because they're drunk and all their imbalances are coming out. And I observe this and I help them out with a couple of things and a bit of understanding of what they're actually going through because they don't seem to be able to feel and know themselves. And I'm thinking, hang on, that was my teenage years. My sisters were, finding themselves and drinking and trying to figure themselves out with guys and that relationships that we all do. Hang on. What is going on here? This is like a whole evening that's entirely recreated the Thorne family in my teenage years. And my reactions and my stories to it. Like, hang on, what the hell's going on here? This is just totally weird ass. But then I started, you start to process and go, okay, well, if that was 20, 25 years ago, and I had still stored those things in my body from that time, then those experiences have to come out for what I call a purification experiences to learn from, to remember those lessons, or to remember and to relearn, and at a higher level to process through, because your body's making, your subconscious bodily template, housing of your soul and your spirit, is making changes. So it's, this is the thing, that now that I've got to a subtle body level and done a fair bit of work, it's much easier to be able to witness and these experiences and things happening. And these meditation witnessing skills is absolutely incredibly important later on, that's for sure. And then it's just, you're able to allow it to flow and come through you and through your experience without attaching those emotional imbalances and too much to it, so it can just go by itself and flow through the mind and the body and your personal life's experience. But when we're stuck in it and we've still got imbalances and we grab onto it and hold onto the story and attach that emotion and these thought patterns, it's not going to help, because generally there's always something in the body that's the cause of these things. So if we can allow that to flow, it's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. So, purification experiences, dealing with karma, bodily changes. It's fascinating, this holographic memory of an experience sometimes in this lifetime. So let's allow it to make it go easily with ease and grace, huh?